Hi everyone, this is Feral here, and this is, I don't know, Feral TV? It's a podcast, it's a work in progress. These are two of my best friends in the world, so we've got Joe and Taylor. Let's go. Let's get into this.
Yeah.
How we do.
Yeah.
So,
Pretty excited for this.
yeah,
So
we are very much going off the cuff here. Like I say, I've got the list that we've worked on, and in this episode, we're basically going to be explaining what the hell we do.
What we're talking about.
What we're talking about. It is just a video game podcast at the moment with potential to growth. That will be gaming, hardware, all that kind of fun stuff. Any new releases, PC, Nintendo, Xbox, the whole shebang. With this episode in mind, we are obviously going to be going over the news following E3. There's some stuff I think some of us are super excited for. There's a lot of crap that no one's excited for.
Yeah.
And we'll go on from there, really. So I think, really, we go straight in with cast introductions and break down that side of things first.
Cool. Because it's Pride Month, I think ladies should go first. And I think that means me. Because this is how we're identified.
Do it, man.
And if you have anything to say about this in the comments down below, then y'all are going to get labeled as a bigot. So I'm Joe, and like an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting, I've been a gamer since I was a young child. I had like Ataris and Amigas and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, man,
I remember playing Space Invaders. I remember playing a game called Centipede as well, which is basically like Snake. Like, it's that kind of era
Centipede.
that I'm coming in from. So consoles I've had like all those ones that I've mentioned, Ataris, Amigas, all sorts of weird configurations of PCs, some of which I can't even remember now. I've had a Master System, Mega Drive.
Yeah, man.
I had a SNES and NES. What else did I have? I got an N64 at one point. I got a PS1, a PS2. Skipped PS3 because I went with Xbox 360. Didn't have an Xbox OG, and then I got an Xbox One S. And now I've got an Xbox Series S, and I'm rocking a gaming PC as well, and a Nintendo Switch. So very, very privileged, which is pretty cool. And I've had a lot of fun gaming over the years. So yeah, that's my background, where I'm coming from.
That's
awesome. I eat a lot. Eat a lot of chicken.
We need like a snack special, because whenever we're gaming Taylor, Joe just breaks out a selection of snacks. You never know what he's got.
When I did my 24-hour stream for charity last year, like I think I nearly went into a diabetic coma before tiredness. Like I was eating sugary shit the entire time.
This is a kilogram. This is a kilogram of food.
That's an effort. Go on then, Taylor.
So, again, gamed as long as I can remember. Like, I don't ever remember not playing games. I think the first console I ever played was on the Amiga with my dad, and we had Alien Breed, and we had, so that was the first ever like co-op experience on a game I ever had. And it was like the first time ever. I think we had Super Frog as well, which was like a platformer side-scroller kind of thing. Then we got a PC, so I played PC, PS1, PS2, PC gamed a lot until I was about. I always had PS1, but I was mainly PC. PS2, Xbox original, never had a PS3. I did, but very shortly. I've always been an Xbox guy, always been a fan of the Xbox, went to 360, got 360 for Christmas, was just hooked. Xbox One, PS4 as well now, so now I'm rocking the Xbox Series X. I have got a PS4, but it's been severely neglected lately, and just got a Switch because my son had a tonsillectomy the other day, so promised him he could have a treat when he had it. What did he want? Nintendo Switch. Okay. Yeah.
Lad.
So I've just bought the Switch, been playing Breath of the Wild, which is breathtaking. It's incredible. So I'd like a gaming PC, but just not got the time or money at the minute. I'm really happy with the Xbox. So yeah, again, I've had like Game Boys and stuff along the way as well. Did have an N64 at one point, but again, very short-lived. So yeah, again, very privileged to have so many good consoles and play so many different games. So yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
I just got to jump in and backtrack as well, because I totally forgot about portable gaming. Man. I had was it called the Game Gear?
Yeah,
the Sega one.
Fuck, man.
Which was legit.
Yeah.
I didn't own a Neo Geo, but I spent quite a while playing them because some of the guys from Hong Kong had them back
We
in
had
school.
like sorry, carry on, Joe. You go first.
Yeah, ladies first. Remember, it's Pride Month. So yeah, Game Boy OG, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and a PS. Was it a Vita?
PSP
that thing?
first,
it was
then
like,
it was
Oh
PSP.
shit! I forgot all those things
Yeah, it was a
existed.
The
PSP.
PSP wasn't. I think at first it was renowned, then they dropped the Vita, which just blew the PSP out of the water. Like, clear out of the water. But we had. I guess that was one of the first consoles I actually played on as well. Actually, the original Game Boy, which was like this.
Yes,
big, yeah.
the freaking brick
Show
of
me
a thing.
I remember my dad going postal at me because he had a Zelda save on there, and I absolutely butchered it when I was like 6 years old. he was not impressed.
That's freaking dope, man.
So on to the main man. What have you got? Or what have you got?
Yeah. So Feral here. I again, same as these guys. I've been gaming since I was a kid. I grew up with again the Amiga, and Commodore 64 as well. All that kind of stuff.
Was that the one with the keyboard?
Yeah. From there, again, PC gaming entire life, you know, grew up playing any crap I could get my hands on, fucking Age of Empires, Sims, House of the Dead, you know. Had a original Game Boy, had a Game Boy Color. Didn't really have that many handhelds after that. I had the PSP and quite enjoyed it, and then I had a more modern PSP, like a PSP 3000 or something, and honestly, I don't think I ever turned it on.
I didn't even know they did that. I didn't even know they did.
Yeah. That was literally just before they jumped to the Vita.
Right. Wow. Okay.
And then that's pretty much it for handheld stuff. So console-wise, had PlayStation 1, 2, 3, which I used more as a Blu-ray player.
Yeah. I remember when you bought that.
Yeah.
I remember buying a free.
Like, I need a new Blu-ray player.
It was cheaper and
It was
easier.
cheaper to buy the console, wasn't it, than to actually get a Blu-ray player?
I literally bought a pre-owned PS3 for 60 quid just for a Blu-ray player. Like, yeah,
exactly, same thing.
Yeah.
We've got a PS4, that's my partner's, which honestly, that thing is a tornado. Like, there is no sugarcoating how loud that is. Funnily enough, it's that loud that it is the single reason that I have a PlayStation 5. I bought one just because I wanted to play God of War at a smooth frame rate and in fucking peace, man.
I need one. I need one.
So I've got a PS5. That's a recent acquisition. On the other side of things, I'm on my second N64. I sold one, regretted it, got another one. And I've had Xbox OG, Xbox 360. I had maybe 3 or 4 of those consoles because, let's be honest, as good as that generation was, crap for reliability.
My 360 is still going strong. I've got the Gears of War Limited one, and it's still fine.
I went through so many 360s,
I think I had
and then they
4
bought
of them over the years.
they bought out the Elite. Like, this one can't get Red Ring of Death. Well, mine fucking did.
I remember when you got Final Fantasy and it red ringed, and you literally opened your window like, this is going out if it doesn't work. Like when we all lived together, like you were literally gonna hurl it, and then you unplugged it, turned it off, and you were like, oh god, it's working.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But I was like, he's gonna do it. He's gonna throw it. I'm telling you.
After that, I was that frustrated with Microsoft. I actually saw some Facebook memory posts about this that I was like, I'm never buying an Xbox again. Fuck the company, fuck everything they ever do. And I skipped Xbox One for like, maybe 4 years? And I didn't jump in until I could get an all access Xbox Series, Xbox One X. And honestly, I freaking loved it because Game Pass at that time, I had it on PC anyway, so I was really enjoying the Game Pass. And then I was like, why don't I just get all access and get a One X downstairs? And then I upgraded that to the Series X, which I've got now. And yeah, I mean, I've got a monster of a PC rig, an absolute beast. But if I was starting again right now, that's not what I would recommend for people. It's just not, there's no comparison to what Microsoft are doing now. And trust me, I was in a place where I fucking hated them.
Yeah.
But, you know, 140 quid it costs you for any 2 PS5 games. And that's a year of Game Pass and a shit ton of change. Like, I have a PS5, I have bought Ratchet and Clank, and I've bought Final Fantasy VII Remake.
And that's
I
only
could literally...
the Final Fantasy VII remake's only the first half. Like,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
I mean,
it is. Thank you for that painful reminder.
I've never played a Final Fantasy game really, which is
That'd be another
shocking.
£70 then.
But,
Oh, you've never played a Final Fantasy game? I did not know that, dude.
No, I know. Disgusting behavior.
That's
Shocking revelations coming out here,
that's
man.
cool. Let's send the call there. We don't need this guy anymore. Oh man,
right,
craziness.
Yeah.
So that's intros done. This is the team. This is the current cast. Potentially in the future we may feature people on it. Have been thinking about that. But we'll just see how things work out, really. Gaming news.
How looks I get fired for saying something too extreme.
Fair.
Countdown begin. Hey, I've not even sworn this. I mean, I've been trying so hard not to swear for like the last 8 or 9 years. And sometimes I manage it, which is really good. And now I'm a father, and now I've got a little baby who seems to pick up every kind of syllable I utter.
Oh, yes.
It's a stealth baby.
Shocking revelations here.
When did this happen?
Yeah. I got me a baby. It happened October 7th.
Did you put anything on Facebook or anything?
I put one little photo where her hand is like grabbing my finger.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Like,
sorry.
She was really
anyway,
small.
Congratulations if I didn't say congratulations.
That's all good, man. But this is part of the plan. It's just like I've got a lot of people on Facebook who I don't know why I have on Facebook. And it's like there's loads of weirdos that I know who would like, you could tell that like behind scenes they would comment on your baby and be like, oh, she gonna grow up be a fat ass by her day, and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, you know what?
No, I don't think they'd say she. I reckon probably say behind you because they're assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's a really cool thing. So that she'll kind of have like a clean start, and like people aren't going to be able to kind of go back through people's photos. And I mean, my wife works in criminal law, and she sometimes has to defend paedophiles, and she kind of knows what they get up to, and
fair enough.
I don't want anybody thinking about my baby when they're doing that, so that's one of the main reasons.
Scary fucking world, man.
It is.
Bringing it pretty whack.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Pedophiles, Pride Month. We're already in.
It's just craziness.
Time to move on to E3.
So, news.
That's pretty good though, because we're kind of on track for how we wanted to do the show.
Time-wise, we're doing well, man.
So,
don't want to bore you guys watching.
Next thing is going to be post E3 breakdown, and I just want to say, I was going to start this one because there were events at E3 that I genuinely watched live all the way through.
Yeah.
And weirdly, it was only Microsoft. Again, this is like the thing, like their showcase this year was astronomical. Absolutely freaking insane. So for me,
I thought it was all right. No, I'll be honest, nothing real. Starfield, I'll say that. But
see, I'm not that bothered about Starfield because me and Elder Scrolls as a general now.
I think Bethesda needs to pull the finger out a bit. I know they're working on this phenomenal Elder Scrolls game, and I don't doubt that it will be mind-blowingly good. When I think about how good Skyrim was when I played that for the first time, but Skyrim's 10 years old. Skyrim's 10 years old this year.
Disgusting.
It's insane. It's insane.
It is mental.
You think they've released 2 Fallout games since that?
Yeah.
And Elder Scrolls is like their baby, so I know they'll be. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't bitter about the fact that we have no Elder Scrolls news since 2000.
To be fair though,
18?
I mean,
they dropped the trailer for Elder which wasn't even a trailer.
It was here's a bit of land and here's a title. But I mean, you look at Oblivion, and that was a vastly uncomplicated system in comparison. That still took them 8 years, man, which is crazy.
But what was
to
it
be fair, that was
Morrowind and Oblivion. Oblivion was 2005, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2005. I built a PC for that game. I don't even remember. Like, Morrowind's the one I've probably got the most hours in because I played it on PC and Xbox.
I poured hours into Oblivion. I think
Oblivion is one of those titles I specifically built a game in PC for, and I actually remember bunch of my friends at the time was like, "Oh, come on out! It's going to be a great day. We've got parties planned and everything."
Yeah.
It's like,
No.
I have Oblivion
I'm
today.
Oblivion has got me. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, regarding the E3 announcements and stuff like that, I'm just going to very quickly go over what I'm excited for, purely because I've just saved a lot of money because of E3.
Yeah.
So for me, Stalker 2, that was a guaranteed buy. In fact, that rusty ass looking case up there, that is the collector's edition of the original Stalker. That is the back when PC games used to come in massive fucking tins. That's what that is, bro.
Boxes. Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah, they've got
Get some B-roll of that for the edit, man.
Yeah,
Get
man.
some tasty B-roll.
It's got this,
right now.
it's got all the story stuff in it. It's got like the map and everything. So Stalker 2, like that was a guaranteed purchase for me, unconditional. Atomic Heart, I've been following that game for so many fucking years.
Yeah.
The Plague Tale Requiem, the first Plague Tale, freaking phenomenal. People that haven't played it, wait a month because it's getting a remaster. But that game is like stellar, like a good 8 or 9 out of 10. And we're getting a sequel to it, which is amazing. And again, that would have been an instant buy for me. So
yeah.
And then obviously we've got Scorn as well on the way. So Scorn and Halo Infinite and the Ascent, these were all guaranteed purchases for me. Day one Game Pass. Let's fucking go, dude.
I feel like Xbox had the best briefing. Again, it was the only one that I actually watched.
Really?
All the way. I watched other stuff, obviously, but I watched the Xbox one all the way through. Again, there was nothing from Scorn. I really want to. Scorn is the game I'm waiting for. Like, you know how much I love Alien.
HR Geiger flex.
Give it me. Just I'd pay full price for that game. No problems on paid. It looks. The first trailer, I don't know what it was, made me feel really uneasy, and I was like, I really want to play that game.
Yeah.
It's like a freaking Tool album cover.
Oh my god, it looks.
It was so different than everything else out there as well, because it's like. It's not one of these like, oh, you're a super soldier and you have this kind of armor thing. You're so
this
different
thing wandering around this dystopian universe world. Like, it looks haunting, and I'm like
reloading messy pieces of penis into guns to fire out weird shit.
Dicks and ginas everywhere. And give it me like
Pride Month.
Yeah, but I feel like Xbox could have given us more.
Fair.
In my opinion, I think Xbox was the best one. Yeah. Starfield again, like I know it's going to be good because it's Bethesda and everything they touch is gold, and I think it is. But
fun fact about that Starfield trailer is they announced after the fact that wasn't CGI.
Yeah, that
trailer.
In-game.
That trailer was in game,
isn't it?
Which that's a fucking flex.
Well, in game for me needs to be in game. I want to see in game play. I don't want to see like I saw good showing me like a cutscene, but like, and it looks phenomenal. It looks really good, and I'm sure it'll be fantastic. But again, it's just like a bit of a this is coming. Don't worry. Like it again, COVID, and there was only so much they could have done with E3 this year, and. Other ones I wasn't nothing. Elden Ring, that's the one from me, and that
was a cool trailer.
Elden Ring looks insane. Like
my problem is though, it just looks like another Souls game,
I don't care.
I'm just so not into that formula.
That's right. I'm gonna see that.
Take my money. I love how soul crushingly difficult them games are. Like, have you played them? Have you played any of them?
I played a little bit of Bloodborne. I played a very small amount in the first Dark Souls, and I was like, do you know what? I used to spend so many hours in Ninja Gaiden that I was like, I'm not doing all this shit again.
If you want like an entry level Souls game, play Dark Souls 3 because it's really, really good. I'd say that's the easiest one. It's still blood-boilingly difficult, but it's I think it's the easiest. But I've done every single one of them games apart from Demon Souls. So
fucking hell.
Elden Ring is the game I've been like, I need to see this game. So they finally dropped, and we actually got gameplay, which was nice. So that was, and the release date,
that was a
which is
big announcement.
Big one, and that wasn't even before E3 started, it was like the Wednesday or something before. So that for me, Elden Ring, 100% I'm all over. Starfield, but they're saying Scorn's coming this fall, so I feel like we need something from that soon. A release date, surely.
Really, I'm done with release dates, man.
Yeah, I mean the thing is it's on Game Pass, so whenever it comes, I'll be like, okay, sound. So yeah.
What about you, Joe?
That was for me.
What did you find interesting? Because did you manage to catch any?
It was for Nintendo.
I was going to say, did you manage to catch the Nintendo one? Because I've heard good things, but I didn't see any of it.
No, part of it. So Nintendo are kind of pissing me off lately. Don't tell your boy this, Tay, because I don't want to sort of ruin his hopes. But it's a great console if you like to play older games on the go or just sort of more casually.
Yeah.
So re-releasing a GameCube game. I think Skyward Sword was a GameCube game. Yeah. I missed it because I've never got a GameCube. I really wanted one, but I never actually picked one up. And then there's a Metroid game out, which normally, oh my goodness, a Metroid game! This is going to be really, really sick. It's a 2D one, and I know that's where it's coming from. I know that's where it established itself, and I do get that. And like all you hardcore fans who might be watching this, I mean, it's a brand new podcast. There's probably about 6 of you, but still,
you'll be lucky. Not on my channel.
Bear over here. On the trailer, it starts out some bomb ass 3D stuff. Like Samus is coming around,
like
like this monster comes right at the top. It looks absolutely sick, and because we're in the 3D generation of consoles now, like we're in the VR generation, really. If you think about how far the technological envelope has been pushed, I didn't expect a game which looked like an indie game.
Yeah.
When they started playing the gameplay trailer, and it went from 3D to 2D, and you're just running around. Yep. I mean, I've just recently completed Never Alone. The Eskimo sort of game. Really love that. Great art style. I love these hand-painted looking games. I've not finished Ori yet. I've not finished those yet, but they
phenomenal.
Hollow Knight. There's some great looking stuff there.
Yeah.
But for Metro, the fact that the trailer started 3D, I got so excited. I was thinking like, I wonder how they're going to sort of utilize the Joy-Cons and stuff like that. They're going to do some really interesting stuff. Nope, 2D platformer.
Yeah, they're just kind of pulling your plonker a bit, aren't they? Just like,
you're releasing old ass games and you're not even doing that good a job on it. Let's just pause. Hold up a minute. We'll steal it from the girlfriend reviews. The Mario Superstars. Is it called Mario All Stars? Mario Superstars, where it had Mario 64 and it had Sunshine and it had Galaxy. Man, for the Mario 64 game, they didn't sort the camera out. And they didn't make it 16:9. They like a wasted opportunity. This could have been the remaster that everyone was like going to be looking for, because all the people who now have jobs and have money to buy these games, you would shell out for something special. Yeah. And also, we're talking about PlayStation prices. We need to talk about flipping Nintendo prices.
I completely agree there.
If I want to play, I'm a massive fan of One Piece, and the games have largely been shocking and terrible. Which I'll tie that into Sea of Thieves and E3 in a second. But the game that I want to play now, Pirate Warriors 4, it's basically Dynasty Warriors, but set in the One Piece universe, which, I would love that. It's like 50 plus quid.
Yeah.
If you want the gold edition, which is the only one, why would you buy half a game, basically? If you don't get the gold edition, you're missing out on most of the content of the game. I can't afford 80 quid to spend on this kind of game. I'm sorry, Nintendo, but... F you.
80 quid on one game, that's like 2/3 of a console. Like 1/3 of a console, sorry. Like that's one game. That's one game.
There's so much other great stuff you could get with that.
Well, look at Game Pass.
It's outrageous.
You get access to... the argument for Game Pass,
and this is how we always argue it.
It's just invalid. There is no...
Every time we speak about games and prices, it always comes back down to this. I think, Kai, you said it early on. If you were to start again, you would never get the same consoles that you did have. Yeah. If I was starting from scratch right now, I'd get a Series S.
Yeah.
And Game Pass, and that's it. I mean, I haven't got a 4K screen. I've got a 1080p screen, which is nice and big, nice colors and stuff like that. It's great for what I need it for.
Screens is the big thing.
The Series S,
screens is the big thing, though. This is the issue. Everyone's going on about 4K this, 4K that. I'm here running a really, really fast 1440p panel. My PlayStation 5 can't use that. If I want to run my PlayStation 5 in this panel, it scales it down to 1080p. What the fuck, bro? Do you have any idea how easy it is for a developer to make it run at 1440p?
Yeah.
They just turn the settings up a bit from 1080p, and they're good to go. The Xbox uses it.
Yeah, I've got a 4K curved screen here, and
Damn.
it's sick. It's really good. It's like 49 inches.
Yeah.
And some of the games running at 60 frames a second. Like the first game I put in my Series X was Sekiro, and
Yeah.
that's
Strong.
That's got the 4K 60 frames per second update, and still to this day now, I've not seen a game look as good as that. It looked unreal on the Series X.
What platform is this?
Sekiro.
On a Series
what
X.
platform?
Series X. Series X.
I didn't know that was out on. Am I thinking of a different game?
You're thinking
I'm
Ghost
thinking
of
of a Sony.
Tsushima.
I'm thinking
Ghost of Tsushima's PS.
Racist. Racist. There we go.
Sekiro, I mean, that won Game of the Year as well. So I think that's why it got the treatment of the 4K so early. But that looked insane. If you get a chance to play that on a Series X, I can't recommend it enough. Like, it's really good. So, E3, that was it for me. Has anyone else got anything else they want to...
Joe was going to go. Joe was about to go in. Aeon, he was going to go in on Nintendo and then go in on Sea of Thieves. I think.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. So I was going to go from One Piece, which is about pirates, and then I was going to sort of segue into Sea of Thieves. So yeah, really, really disappointed in a lot of Nintendo stuff because it's great to have Tony Hawk's remastered on there. Like I'm glad that there's content on there, but I kind of would like new stuff. Thank you very much. Back to Xbox then. The Battlefield does that class as an Xbox game? I mean, it's on other platforms.
It's on everything. They just announced it. Yeah,
I can't wait.
Yeah,
I can't justify.
Looks quite cool, but I don't know.
It looks fucking amazing. Like when the tornadoes just like ripping through and all the vehicles are getting lifted up. Like holy shit, I want to be in that. I am not paying 60 quid for a multiplayer only game when there are AAA free-to-play games now. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I will be dropping 60 quid on it on day release.
And the gold edition's like 110 quid, dude.
That.
Like,
fuck that.
That's literally half the price of an Xbox One S.
I'll literally just buy
Series S.
I've always loved the Battlefield games online. Like, for me, they're the best multiplayer experience out there for like that kind of game, like shoot 'em up, like online.
Yeah,
I feel like Battlefield is the most fun, like tanks, helicopters, whatever. I love it. I absolutely love it. So I will be dropping 60 quid when it comes out without a doubt, like 100%.
Wow,
good man. Fair play. But you play a lot of multiplayer games, so that makes a lot of sense.
I'll be honest, I don't anymore. I used to. The only multiplayer game I've been playing recently is Plants vs Zombies with Luke, and that is it.
Lad.
So
I've played a bit of that. It's actually a lot of fun.
The Battle for Neighborville, it is quite fun actually. Me and Luke have been having fun with it. So other than that, I don't play online really. I can't be asked because I'm shit at it.
That's the thing. Like without the hours, like now we're sort of working stiffs, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, it's tough to find. I find it, and being a dad now, it's tough to find the time to actually put into that. Like gone are the days where you have enough time to practice your 360 no scopes. You know, I just don't have the time to do that anymore.
Man.
One more thing from the sort of E3 then. I was going to say Diablo 2 Resurrected looks quite cool now. I don't want to come across as a hypocrite because I've just slated Nintendo for releasing older games, but with the Diablo 2 Resurrected thing, they've done some serious effort and work into making it look and feel better.
25 years old. If there's a game that deserves, because that's
finally
that set the ball rolling for so many games. Like you think about what Diablo 2 did for like RPG games, like 100% deserves a remaster. 100%.
It was so close to putting that in my top 5. Like I still don't know if I'm going to do that. How did
if Tom Lomas was here, it would be in his top 5. He absolutely loves that game. Yeah.
I remember playing through the first Diablo 1 with him. It's like on PlayStation 1 randomly.
Was it on PlayStation 1? I didn't know that.
Yeah. And they were still like and they still had randomly generated dungeons. I remember that shit.
Well, that's
but carry on, Joe. Sorry.
Carry on. Yeah, we keep going sidetrack.
Yeah, last thing now is be Halo Infinite. So I've recently been replaying through the Halos, mostly with Kai actually. Yeah. But then we didn't get a chance to sort of catch up, and I think we just got frustrated after. Did we? We got frustrated with 2.
It's 2 on Legendary on PC was bugged as
Halo
fuck.
2 on Legendary is ridiculous. Like
on PC,
it's a nightmare anyway. But there was software issues.
Yeah,
like we had really bad software issues where Kai and I would complete a level. And like it's a hard slog anyway on Legendary. And when you're playing in co-op, it's like you die, you go right back. So there was that obstacle. But then we would legitimately complete a level. It would show us the cutscene, and then the game would crash, and it would throw us both out the lobby, and it wouldn't mark the game as
so this
us
is what
having
you were saying
completed
on
that
the
level of
chat the other
Legendary.
day. That I did wonder what you meant.
Yep.
I was like, what? Like,
It was savage. So I mean, Kai's got a very, very low BS tolerance filter, and he was just like, nope.
Put it down. I couldn't have done it.
Yeah, we very nearly did.
Yeah.
It's basically me just begging Kai. I was just like, "Hi, please, we need to finish the rest of it." So did we play 3 and then just rinse it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, so we just smashed through that, and then I think we started 4.
3 is the easiest one on Legendary.
Yeah.
Halo 2 on Legendary.
3 is one of the most polished though. Like 3 feels fucking great even now.
A great game. Yeah. Halo 2 remastered is fantastic though. Like it looks fantastic. Yeah. But,
you did mention
you feel powerful sometimes, like when you're in a vehicle, and because on Halo 2 the fuel rod cannon and the rocket launcher they home in.
Yeah.
If you're driving around in a Warthog, even on Legendary, you just like pow, unlimited ammo, bitch, rocket launchers, have that, and it feels good to finally punish the Covenant for their sins.
Well,
you did.
But yeah, back to Halo Infinite. There, I'm gonna finish my thing, so we need to probably move on. But I just come fresh from completing the Halo game, so I went off piste. I finished ODST, finished 4, finished 5, which was a great experience on the Series S, and then just as I'm doing that. The Infinite thing launches. So I've literally just, within 24, 48 hours, something like that, seen the ending cutscenes of that. And I'm hungry for Infinite now. And I see the stuff that's going on in the trailer. I'm like, damn, I want that now. And, that was a highlight for me.
Curious about Halo Infinite, because obviously they're saying it's open world, aren't they? So I'm interested as to how that's going to work in a Halo game.
Yeah.
Because
I hate it when they start going open world. I'm like, be careful, because you may lose my interest.
Is it going to work like Destiny, when you're in the area and you travel to the mission and you go into the mission and that's it?
Oh man, if they make it a freaking live service
be like
game,
a literal open world, you wander wherever. Because I personally can't see that working.
I think the interesting thing about Halo Infinite though, and this harkens back to the Battlefield argument. Free PvP, man. And like you don't even have to have any of the Halo games. They're just like, play Halo, this shit, and it looks good. It
looks like Halo 3 multiplayer. Yeah, like,
and they've got the original voiceover guy that Catastrophe and all that stuff.
It looks good. I'm looking forward to playing Infinite. Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Joe, you very, very briefly mentioned Sea of Thieves, and I want to hear your opinions on that, because for me, I saw that trailer. Holy shit, did not expect them to get that kind of licensing, but take it away.
So, yeah, I mean, we all know that Fortnite's just been crushing it with licensing and tie-ins and all these kind of things. Yeah. Sea of Thieves, it wanted to have that solidified status as one of these great, multiplayer games, and, quite low barriers to entry and all this kind of stuff. And I've loved the bits of it that I've played, but it's never a game where I think, oh, you know what, I just fancy some Sea of Thieves. I don't know about you guys, but I have to really be in the mood for it.
Sure.
And I love One Piece. I love pirates.
Oh man, it is good. But yeah,
I think you would dig it with this new content drop, but I don't know if you'd have dug it up to now. But anyway, yeah. So go from like the disappointment of the One Piece games to that. Like my dream is now they've started using licenses. If Microsoft people are sort of listening to this or whatever, license One Piece and your flipping viewership and like your sales in Japan will go up. And your sort of amount of engagement with this series will skyrocket using that beautiful engine. I love the graphics, I love the visual style.
Super
It's got so much character. It's so much fun in a lot of ways. But like I said, I think with this content drop, what I wanted, I don't always want to play with other people. Sometimes I just sort of want to explore like that beautiful kind of art style in these islands by myself and not kind of get harassed.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just want to go to a desert island, see if the treasure's there, and just kind of get your shit back and try and avoid like a kraken or a megalodon or something. That could be enough fun for me. And I found that the lack of single player content on that kind of hurt. But this looks a bit more questionable. It looks like it's something that you can probably do by yourself. Yeah. And I kind of feeling that. So that's my E3 sort of summary.
That's freaking
I think we pretty much nailed all topics.
So yeah, we're at about 30 minutes now. I think it might be worth saving the top 5 discussions for everyone for next time, or do you want to carry on? I don't know how much time you guys have got. I can do this all night, so it doesn't bother me.
I've got to go in a little bit because I've got to go and play with my daughter because she's awesome.
Another 15-20 minutes if you want to try and wrap it up.
Yeah.
I'll commit to that as well.
Let's
so
do that.
other things I guess we have on the agenda then, we can talk about N64's birthday anniversary.
Yes. Thank you.
And then we can sort of see where it goes from there, and then kind of sort of do a sign off. I think we've all got a lot to say about the N64.
For sure. We'll aim to do everyone's top 5 next time then. N64, like I say, I'm on my second one. I had one, I loved it. It was probably one of my favorite consoles. I actually remember getting that on Christmas Day, which like top tier parents there. That was freaking awesome. And I had a game called Starshot Space Circus Forever, which to this day, if you think Dark Souls is hard, like play that as a kid. Like that is a frustrating ass game. But like forgetting that kind of shit, like GoldenEye, Quake 64, Turok,
Quake
all these
was 25 years old the other day. Quake.
Yes.
Yeah, Quake 1.
All these freaking great games.
Yeah.
Doom 64, Body Harvest, which influenced pretty much everything that Grand Theft Auto became.
Hey guys, your connection's dropping out.
I mean, I've literally got an N64 here. My mate Jamie Monaghan gave me one for free the other day.
What's going on with
this? He was like, on this, and I was like, fuck yeah.
That's crazy.
But the N64 was a console that I never had until I was about 10 or 11, and we got one second hand. And we had Rogue Fighter, was it? Like a Rogue Squadron. We had Rogue Squadron, and we had Doom 64. We had Star Wars.
If you say Pod Racer,
we had Pod Racer.
Pod Racer was one of the sickest multiplayer games, man.
And we also had the first person one on Star Wars. What was it called?
It had that weird looking Millennium Falcon thing. It wasn't Battlefront, was it? Did it have Kyle Katarn in it? Was it Kyle Katarn as the main guy?
That was Dark Forces. That was on PC. Or was that Jedi Knight Outcast? That was Kyle Katarn.
Outcast and Academy both had Katarn, but I think it might have been this one as well.
Shadows of the Empire.
That's it. Shadows of the Empire.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Yes. So we had that.
I remember shooting those. Those droids that appear on Hop that kind of go around. I remember spending ages shooting them. Yeah. And you could go in the little land speeder thing and tie up the AT-ATs. Oh, that game, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. I just think
real talk now though about the N64. Which ones of you guys got A, the Rumble Packs, and B, the RAM expansion?
No, I've not got either. I've just got the base ass controllers, man. But I do still have Doom 64 and Duke Nukem 64.
Yeah,
boy.
I've got. Jamie just gave me. So I've got Mario N64, Diddy Kong Racing, Pokemon.
Oh yes.
Pokemon Snap and Pokemon Stadium. I plugged
Pokemon
it in
Stadium.
and it works. Like me and Luke played on it the other day, so it works fine.
Pokemon Stadium was fucking sick, but yeah, that's literally in my.
Look at that for a show.
That's literally in my display cabinet.
That's so sick. So sick.
You ever play Smash Brothers?
Never really played Smash Brothers. No.
I played.
Let me share a quick N64 memory with you guys then. So, I was at a school, Ashby Grammar School, and no, it's Adams Grammar School. This one was. It was the one before that. And there was loads of other lads because it was a boarding school. So we had a games room, we had an N64, and there was far too many of us on one console. So you had to get good or you would get off. So it's like winner stays on kind of piece of play. And there's a shout out to Chris Green, freaking lunatic who speaks like a moron. If you still do that and you've actually got a job, then well freaking done. I was gonna kick your ass that day. You did so well to not get an ass whooping. And if I see you in the street again, that it'll just be weird to see from us on school. But yeah, Smash Brothers was so good in that kind of environment. Like in boarding school, if you imagine, it's like you've constantly got your bros around, and just diving into games
and like
Quake. Well, maybe not so much testosterone at the time because we're all like, I'm gonna kill you, you bastard!
Nice.
Maybe one day I'll have a hair on my boob.
It was all about we used to do Friday night sessions on GoldenEye and obviously ban Odd Job for good reason. I mean, for me, that's kind of like peak split screen gaming.
That set it off.
Yeah.
It set it off.
That was so
GoldenEye
good,
set
for
off
sure.
the multiplayer gaming, in my opinion. 100%.
Yeah.
couch thing,
Yeah.
yeah.
And some fantastic platformers, you know. I mean, you look at Nintendo now, like how they used to be is you could identify Nintendo's consoles just by the game library on that console.
Yeah, 100%.
Like
Yeah.
every game had a certain look that was specific to the console. And now, I know obviously there's some disappointments with the Switch, but all consoles, more or less, if you're looking at the screen and not the hardware, you can't tell what you're playing the majority of the time now. There's no individuality to it.
So again, N64 set it off for a lot of games like Banjo-Kazooie.
I was just
like
about
Rare,
to, yeah.
They Conker's Bad
Yeah.
Fur Day.
Fuck
Conker's
yeah.
Bad Fur
Yes.
Day is phenomenal.
I am the mighty Pooh.
I had the remaster on Xbox,
On
on the
Xbox,
original
wasn't it? Yeah,
Xbox, yeah. And so it was Banjo-Kazooie, and I think it was like Banjo-Kazooie and Conker and stuff like Banjo-Tooie. They all run off the same engine, though they were all made by like the same. They were all Rare games, weren't they? So like,
Yeah.
But the N64 put it on the map for a lot of. I think that was what really, apart from like the NES and SNES, they put Nintendo out there in for like, you know,
for sure.
because I think the N64.
I think for our age group though, there's got to be something to say about like their age. I mean, I'm just a bit older than you two guys, but you're sort of you're growing up now, and your first most basic games, which if we're honest, there wasn't a whole lot of complexity to like game mechanics and stuff like that for the older consoles.
Yeah.
N64 being a 3D pretty much exclusive console. I mean, there was obviously 2D games on it, but with 3D being a thing that's possible now, that opened up a whole new world of possibilities, and I think that's why I think maybe that console resonates with us all so much, because we were, with that generation, we were experiencing something new for the first time, and it was just killer. I mean, like Turok, man, like fighting these dinosaurs. And did you guys, was it Resident Evil?
Yeah.
I don't know if Resident Evil was a PlayStation one.
No, Resident Evil was on there as well.
Was it on N64? Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think which one I played. I don't know if it was like Nemesis. I can't remember which
No, I
one
think
it was.
Resident Evil 2 was the last one that they did on there.
I always remember
sure
playing Resident
I
Evil
remember
on PS1. I never remember it being on N64.
I didn't play it on N64, but I'm sure it was. I'll have a quick fact check now.
And there was WWF. Was it Attitude that was on N64?
Yeah.
There was some wrestling games anyway, and I remember. I think SmackDown was a PlayStation series, but
Yeah,
the wrestling
N64
games were
was
awesome.
Resident Evil 2 was on there.
South Park games on N64.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Pete on the snowball. Yeah.
And there was
Damn,
like a quiz one, and me and my brothers would play it and wouldn't have a clue because we didn't know any of the answers, and we were just like pressing buttons just to see what happened, and it was ridiculous. Like, so, yeah.
But I mean, Sony owes so much to the N64 because their killer app was Final Fantasy VII, and that was made for the N64. But they made the game too damn long that they couldn't fit it on the small ass cartridges.
So they discs, wasn't it?
Yeah. So they did actually release a version of it, I believe, on N64, which was for the disc adapter that was Japan only, I think. I'm sure
that existed.
Yeah, I'm sure they made a version of it for N64 through that weird disk drive it had. But obviously the whole rights of it and everything went to Sony. Thus, Final Fantasy VII on PlayStation 1, which became their mad killer app. And yeah, I mean, that would have been a very different landscape now had that have been released on N64.
Yeah,
that being said, obviously you would need about 30 odd cartridges to do it.
But yeah, good console.
Go back to that console then. I think that's to sort of sum it up. Then it was a great time in gaming, and I don't remember having a rumble, a sort of feature on a game before the N64. I'm not saying it didn't exist because I'm not too sure. Like, we haven't done like a whole lot of research before doing this. We're just sort of a couple of mates chatting. But you know, I remember having I think one of my pals had a rumble pack, and it was crazy to be able to shoot on like GoldenEye or whatever. And it's like, whoa, you know, I feel like I'm shooting a gun. It's just like that's not what shooting a gun feels like, but it made you feel like it did, and it just added so much immersion to the game.
I had the RAM pack for my old one, but I don't have it now.
No, never had either.
I always wanted one, but I never bought one.
I remember when we had a PS1 and the controller we got had the analog sticks on, so I was none the wiser that the PS1 originally didn't have analogs. So I remember going to like someone's house and I was like, yo, what the fuck's up with your controller? Like, where are the analog sticks for it? Like, no idea.
Oh man.
So I always remember controller like, having the vibration on the analog controllers, because I never remember. I'd never had the PS1 with the original like no analog sticks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
That's
dual
crazy.
shock. I think
That-
that was
that
part
was
of
it.
the
That's
shock
it.
part.
Yeah.
Another thing about the N64 though, and a lot of people don't remember this at all. F-Zero, right? The original F-Zero. You know the kind of wipeout thing, right? Their version.
Yeah.
That on the N64 ran at 60 frames a second.
Did it?
Legit, like I'm not even kidding. And this is why I have such a beef now when they're like, oh, this game can't run at 60. Like, get the fuck out of here. The N64 did it.
It's 2021. Get with the times. Yeah.
But yeah,
To be fair, I had like about 24 polygons on
oh
screen
yeah,
at
for
one
sure.
time.
But like, if a
But
console,
look at the games on there. There was Ocarina of Time.
yes,
Mask.
Zelda's golden age for me.
Again,
For sure.
Zelda Breath of the Wild is the first Zelda game I've played. So
That's it is for a lot of people though. It really is.
I really want to play Breath of the Wild and Majora's Mask because I've heard so many people talk about it over the years. Like, you need to play this game.
Ocarina in Time,
Yeah,
Majora's
Ocarina
Mask,
of Time, Majora's Mask. I need to play them. Like, I really want. So I'm hoping on the Switch. I don't know if they'll make them backwards compatible at some point or something, but.
They should do. I mean, this is another beef with the Switch. It's like this would have been a great time to announce and put some testicles on display here and just say, oh yeah, you got Game Pass here. But you know what? All those games that you used to love as a
They're
kid,
coming to Switch.
we've got NES games coming out now. We've got SNES games coming out. If they were to say Game Boy / Game Boy Advance games and N64 games
Instant
coming out
purchase.
as part of our online subscription thing.
Yeah.
Exactly, because it's like, imagine this, like Game Pass, you're tied in because you get so much value that you're happy to pay the £10.99 a month. If Switch offered a similar thing, so you could have N64, Game Boy Advance, even GameCube game. I mean, it's just about powerfulness around GameCube games. If you had access to all of that, now that's compelling.
And
that's a very compelling
selling point would be as well nostalgia. Because I would jump in, but the problem is, and you know this if you played an N64 in the last few years or so, those nostalgia goggles do not work out so well for some titles. GoldenEye feels freaking awful, man.
Nothing I love more than booting a game up I used to play. Like, I love it. I love putting a game on that I used to like rail hours into. But yeah, I feel like if Nintendo did that, they would rake it in.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. See, like, back to Game Pass, like $10.99, but that's with your Xbox Live. Xbox Live's $6.99 usually, so Game Pass is £4 when you think about it. Like, because you're getting your Xbox Live, it's £4 a month. Yeah. Like, it's not even a pint.
The Ultimate is dope as well, because like I can sit at work on my lunch break and just play any old games on my phone, and it's it's legitimately good.
But now I've got the Switch, I'm like, because I do sleeps and stuff at work, so I'll just be taking the Switch with me to work. Like, so yeah.
The value is just there for Xbox. But anyway, I suppose to sum up on N64, then we love that console
very much.
And Nintendo, if you end up listening to this, give us those games. We will pay for them. We have to pay. Like it's a certain amount. Is it £79 a year for Nintendo Online?
I feel like the N64 was a console that I never really played as much as I'd have liked when I was younger. Like it was always at a mate's house, and then we got one second hand. Like, I'd have loved an N64, like brand new for Christmas or something. But like, I had a PS1, we had the Xbox. Like, I guess it was just a console that I didn't have. So,
and I missed a lot of the earlier Nintendo stuff. I didn't have a SNES or anything like that. I had a Master System 2, I think, but I didn't have a SNES.
So, good
madness.
Good console.
Well, I think that pretty much wraps up everything. So next week we will do a breakdown of everyone's top 5 games here, and we'll talk through all of those. If we have time, which going by today, I don't know that we will, but if we have time, we're also going to do our favorite gaming mechanics and also least favorite gaming mechanics, which could be a fun debate to have.
Could be a lengthy debate,
It could be a very lengthy debate, but I've already chosen mine, trust me.
I've not even thought about it. You broke me up to picking 5 top games. I'm still not decided on the fucking list.
So, it's harder than you would think.
It's right, you've got a week now. You've got a week.
I can't do it.
Desert Island games.
So. I was so adamant on my list, and I have changed at least 3 of them today.
The way I've been doing it is, like, for me, a favourite game is like, can you pick up that game now and play it happily? Like, no problems whatsoever. Like,
See, this was it as well. I was looking at it, it's like, what's a great game, like a technical accomplishment you could have, like No Man's Sky or Witcher 3. There's so many great games out there, but it's like, which ones have brought me the most joy.
Yeah, that's it. What game, like, I
Get that
I think about
overlay back.
where I was when I played that game, like how I felt playing that game, like that kind of stuff. So I've really fucking made it so hard. Like, I can't get fucking 5 games. So I struggle with 10.
Hey, you've got a week, mate. You've got a week.
Yeah, cheers.
So
yeah.
you can get on that.
Even more. Yeah. So
It's fine, and you only need to think about mechanics as well then. Oh man, but yeah, I did the same thing.
yeah, man.
Right then, so if anyone has actually watched this by the time we figure out to get it on YouTube and get it all edited, thank you very much for watching. I don't expect any of you have, but if you do, throw us a like, subscribe, follow us on whatever platform you catch this on.
Yeah.
The plan will be to try and do it weekly if we can keep up with that schedule, and we shall see you for the next time. Cool.
Cheers.
Peace.
Laters.